What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You saw the thumbnail. We've got the new Le Male Elixir ABSOLU, fresh from Jean-Paul Gaultier's website. I bought the 75 ml, and it's time to answer the question. Is the original still superior, or are we kicking rocks at the new one? Plum note. Whole reason I'm excited, added plum note. I don't remember anything else other than plum note. So let's bust it open. Stay tuned. Okay, key differences. We got the Elixir here, the Elixir ABSOLU here, and that dark glass has now been painted in, and it's full-on gold. There we go. It's full-on gold and reflective. That's the difference between the two. This is a dark glass where the stripes are, and this is just all-on, full-out gold. So, Le Male Elixir is a little bit of green notes. It's aromatic, rich honey, light earthiness from tobacco. I don't distinctively, it's not like, hey, that's tobacco. There's a light earthiness to it. You get the vanilla and tonka bean combo. It's powdery sweet, rich and thick. Monster performer. I assume all of that is here plus plum, basically. When it initially got announced and I saw the bottle, I was like, wow, that's kind of a pointless release. But if the plum's a big enough difference maker, which plum certainly can be, that's why I have a certain level of excitement here, then it's got a chance at being an absolute hype monster banger, potential designer release of the year. So, or one gigantic disappointment. That's the other side of the circle here. We're off to a good start. This is a little spicier and clearly fruitier. It's got more of an edge to it. I tell you right now, on these first little two sniffs, it's better fragrance. Better smelling fragrance to me. And not completely redundant. Redundant. Obviously redundant. But there's like, that's the two big things here. I'm getting fruity. It's not overwhelmingly plum, but I'm getting fruity. I'm getting spicy. And I don't get that in Le Male Elixir. Warm and spicy, kind of like it's got to be like a cardamom, like the cardamom that's in La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum, Dolce & Gabbana the One EDP Intense. Like it's got that slight leathery, warm powdered spice cardamom, like that combo. It's almost like combining this with La Nuit de l'Homme EDP. For those of you that don't know which one I'm talking about, that's the orange to dark gradients, or the piano black bottle of Dolce & Gabbana 1, the EDP Intense. Those are, it's like the same exact fragrance in two different bottles. It's like taking that and mixing it with this. Because it's juicy, it's fruity, but it's not as artificial of a plum as I was expecting. It's got a little bit more tartness to it than anything else. It's just as spicy and warm as it is powdery sweet. Yeah, now look, moving into the spring, into the summer, it's not the best time of year for it. I'm wearing this today. I was going to wear House of Oud Dates Delight. My wife is going to love this. It's Valentine's Day at the recording of this. I'm going to the gym in a little while, but we got plans tonight. And I'm wearing this. She's going to think this is a YSL fragrance. That's what I relate it to most. Let's pull up these notes.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
According to Parfumo, it's sweet, creamy, fruity, gourmand, powdery. Doesn't list spicy anywhere. Lavender, plum, tonka bean is the notes they list. I get warm and spicy in here as well. So the smells like section, they've got Scandal Pour Homme Absolu. This is much spicier than that, but I kind of get it. Dior Homme Parfum, the new version. I think everybody's going to do that. They're going to just, as a joke, because everybody hates that beautiful fragrance. A little bit. I could kind of see it. Le Male Parfum, yeah, because I get that cardamom spice. Camera is way sweeter than this. Naxos, a little bit. A little bit. I would say more so Le Male Elixir than the Elixir Absolu. And just for the hell of it, let's head over to the troll shithole of fragrance encyclopedias. Troll Grantica. Sweet, fruity, lavender, vanilla, aromatic, amber, fresh, spicy, warm, spicy. I was waiting to see these accords because I know it's not just me. It stands out too much for me to be the only one that smells warm and spicy accords here. Oddly rated, 3.53 out of 5 with 133 votes. Same note breakdown. Let's see this comical smells like section. Le Male Elixir, then some Aqua de Colonia, like it's got like the diapers logo and everything. People are stupid. Nautica Voyage. See, people are stupid. This is why I call it a troll shithole. They allow anything and everything, and if you contribute to that, you're a troll piece of... Anyways, thanks for ruining something good, people. Fragrantica used to be good. Now it's no better than a subreddit. Coming is one of the options. Adore the... That's what I'm saying. Shithole. Shithole. Parfumo's not as bad. Parfum, you got eye fragrance, base notes, nose fragrance. There's other sources. Fragrantica is not the end-all be-all, guys. They've let that go to shit. It's an unmoderated subreddit piece of shit. Anyways, that's just a random tangent. Because that's why I don't like that. I'm not even pulling it up. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here. You can go look for yourself. It's... As far as the fragrance, though, I like this more. It is a combination of a few things. I get the Le Male Parfum tie-in, even a little bit of the Dior Homme Parfum 2024 tie-in. I get a little bit of that. But one that I didn't see anybody else mention is La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum and Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP Intense, mixed with Le Male Elixir. I like spicy fragrances. I prefer this to this. This has become so famed that it's being cloned to death currently. Cloned to death. My favorite is the Peppermint Heavy. I'm off Club Dinwiddie Lionheart, man. Big fan of this one. Haven't smelled Hawass Elixir yet. No, I don't have Lattafa the Kingdom. I'm really not that interested. Viralis from Paris Corner is pretty good, but, you know, just get Le Male Elixir, unless you want the twist. I like Club Dinwiddie Lionheart more because of the peppermint. But this, it's not as plum forward as you would expect. Like, the plum is not just juicy artificial like you would expect from Jean Paul Gaultier. I definitely expect artificial and synthetic all the time. The fragrance is always pretty cheap synthetic smelling quality, but here it's a little bit more tart, the way the fruitiness comes across. Like, it's decisively and distinctively, that's the words I was looking for, plum. But it's also very warm and spicy, and there's notes here that they're not listing in that 3-note note breakdown that are making this warm and spicy, and I think it's that similar type cardamom. Because not some vanilla bomb, like the previous version. I don't get all the honey. I get the core DNA, like you smell this in it, but there's big enough differences to where I think you can have them both. There's a lesser level of redundancy than you may assume, which I think is a great thing to warrant this existing. It needed to have some distinctive differences to warrant this existing with this. Otherwise, what was the point? Everybody's going to say money grab. Here, no, I don't think it's just a money grab. I think this has a shot at getting a lot of hype. I don't know who else is going to like it. I really like it. So much so that I am going to give it an 8.75 out of 10 first impressions rating. It is great, bordering fantastic to me. I think it's really good. It's really, really good. I think would have really set it apart if it was like the kind of plum you get out of Andy Warhol from Bond No. 9. That kind of plum, that would have like stole the show hardcore for me. If it was that level of plum, this would be like, I'd be fighting back saying a 10 because I don't throw those around. I've only given 2 ever. 10 out of 10 should be sacred. Not everything. I like this. 10. No, that's stupid. If everything's a 10, nothing's a 10. If everything's a 9.5, nothing's a 9.5. Let's reel it back a little bit. Now, I know I have a lot of 8s because there's a lot of great fragrances out there, you know. But this one warrants great, bordering the outstanding. If I had to pick between the two, I would take the Absolu over the regular Elixir, just because that added fruitiness and that warm spice is just doing it for me. The combination is fantastic with that DNA. And I'm wearing this one today. Well, that's my first impressions on the new Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir Absolu. Great release. Great release. Am I willing to say it's my current designer release of the year? No. No, it's not my number 1. But it's in my top 5. I think it currently stands within my top 5 designers released so far, and I've grabbed most of them. I've grabbed most of the new designers to come out. And by the year's end, I'll have the majority, just like last year, just like the year before. This is a good one. Sample if you can. I bought it blindly from Jean Paul Gaultier's website. And people are still going to ask me in the comments, even though I said at the beginning of the video and after the video, where'd you get it, bro? Bro, where can I find it? JeanPaulGaultier.com. Or wait, and it'll start showing up at department stores. But yeah, I like it. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you leave, and we'll catch you on the next one.